Hey, it's Jeremy here. I'm going to be showing you how to create this wavy line effect with these cool colors in Illustrator CC. And you can see here, it looks awesome with this nice gradient, and it's really simple to do and make. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and make a new artboard. You can see I've got this purple color palette at the moment, which I got from Adobe Color. You can see if I open my color libraries, you can see that it's here, and you got these other cool ones as well. And what we're going to do first is you need a high contrast from the background, so you want to keep the background dark. So I'm going to press M for the rectangle tool and just draw a box. And we're going to make it this dark purple, but it's not dark enough. So what I'm going to do is go to color, click on my show options. In the top right corner, you'll see these three lines. Click that and change the color to HSB. And you can see what I'm going to do is drop the black down and we'll make it dark. So go to like 10% and that's good. So we have this color, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to lock this background. What I'm going to do now is press P for the pen tool. I'm going to left click once and hold shift. I'm going to left click again just to make one path. I'm going to select a bright color first, and I'm going to bump up my stroke so you guys can see. So I have this stroke. What I'm going to do is select it, go to my stroke panel, and you can see on the top row, you can see cap. We want to change the cap to round. So now you can see if I zoom in at the end is rounded off. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this line now. So I'm going to select this, holding Alt and Shift and left click, I'm going to drag it down, and that's going to duplicate it like that. And while it still is being selected, what I'm going to press is Control D or Command D if you're on a Mac. And what that does is duplicates that same action that we just did, which is what we copied. So I'm going to press Command D. And you can see there, it's just going to duplicate that same over and over again. So we've got all these lines now. I'm just going to center it a little bit. And to get this wavy effect, what we want to do is go to the top left corner and click Effect. Click Distort and Transform. And click Zigzag. And you'll see you get this box pop up and you'll get some options. So what we're going to do is click Preview so we can see what's happening. And you see what's happening is that it starts to give like this zigzag, but it still recognizes it as a path. You can see how it looks straight, but it actually isn't. It's like bendy. I want to make sure that the point is not too sharp, so I want to click on Smooth to make it like wavy. We can actually bump up this size like this. What we can do as well, you can see that the lines is overtaking because we have a fill on it. We have to turn that off. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to probably keep it around 20, and the ridges will increase the amount of waves. So you can have it heaps crazy and it'll look like a pattern, but we just want simple waves, so we'll go with 10. So I'll leave it on 10. You can change it to relative or absolute. I usually leave it on absolute. You can see what happens. It becomes sort of, works differently. Comes more refined and stretched, but we don't want that. So I'll go to absolute. I'll increase it back up and press OK. So now we have all these lines, these wavy lines. Now, to get this gradient effect, what we're going to do is select all of these. And what we're going to go to the top left corner, press Object. And we're going to go Compound Path and Make. The shortcut key is Control 8 or Command 8. So what that does, it's going to make all these lines into one shape. I'm also going to turn the fill off. Make sure you turn the fill off by pressing this button here or the / key. So now, if I select this, you can see how it makes it a compound path. It's sort of like all grouped together, but it recognizes it as one shape. So what I can do now is go to my gradient panel. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring it up. I'm going to drag this dark purple color into this slider here. I'm going to drag this one off by left clicking and just dragging it off. I'm going to get this lighter color and drag it onto this little slider here. What I'm going to do is select the angle and make it 90 degrees. So you can see, because these lines are a compound path, it's affecting the gradient on all of them together. So it's like recognize it as one group, one shape, which is pretty cool. If you didn't make it a compound path, then it will make gradients on each line, which will look weird. So that's how you make that simple line. And what I did to get some nice color variations, what I did is I dragged some of these other purple colors. Make sure you select your object. I dragged some of these other purple colors. You can also duplicate this by holding Alt, and it will duplicate the slider. I will double click on this little slider point, and what I'll do is click on this drop down menu, go to HSB again, and I'm going to make it lighter. So I'm going to go to my saturation. And you can just drag it down as well to make it sort of white, like a violet. I'll drag this up a bit. And you can see I'm just going to drag these sliders. You can see how much of the effect you want. So I'll sort of make it even. So you can see that's what it's looking at the moment. But we see we want to make it a little bit more punchy. See how these colors, it's sort of like neon colors. What we're going to do now to get that sort of effect, you can see our gradient here, but we don't need to worry about that. What we're going to do is left click. I'm going to go Control C, Control F to make a duplicate. So it's on top of this. And what I'm going to do is go to my transparency panel. So if you go to window and click transparency, you'll get this box pop up. And we want to change the blending mode to color dodge. If I click that, you can see now it's added these punchy neon colors and it's a beautiful gradient. We can actually decrease the opacity as well if we want it to have less prominence, as you can see there, or we can leave it on color dodge. You can also probably select other colors like other blending modes, like overlay. That's what overlay looks like, a bit different, but I like color dodge there. So yeah, that's how you get this neon wavy effect in Illustrator CC. Let me know in the comments below what tutorials you want to see and click that subscribe button to get some fresh new design content every week.